Today I'm going to show you how to create appointment events in your Google Calendar. These appointment events create appointment times that people can reserve so that they can meet with you via Zoom. This is a great tool to use within your Google Calendar where you have times that you would like to meet with others or schedule office hours, and you can do that all within your calendar. Another really nice feature about the appointment events is that when you share that appointment calendar with others, they will only see those events and they'll see them overlaid on their personal Google Calendar. So you don't have to worry about sharing your whole calendar with others. You can just share those appointment events. For the purpose of this video, I've created a new calendar to show you what this looks like, but you could create these events throughout your personal calendar or your work calendar, wherever you want to schedule these appointment times. I'm now going to click on my calendar to start creating appointments. I'm going to click on Monday at 10 a.m. And this is where I can add a title. And then directly under that, I have the option to create an event, an out of office, or appointment slots. So this is where I have to click on appointment slots. I'm going to title this Coaching Time. And then down below, I can change the date and the time frame. I would recommend using some sort of naming system that will be easy for those who are using your calendar to know what they're booking. So, if that's office hours or coaching time or meeting times, whatever that looks like for you, I would use that sort of naming. Under September 14th, I'm going to change the range of my appointment slots. So, I want them to start at 10 and I want them to go until 1 p.m. And then I can choose a duration. I can choose a certain time frame. So I'm going to leave mine at 30 minutes. And then I'm going to double check which calendar these appointment slots are being created on. So I want it to be created on Mara Vlasic's appointment calendar. I can click more options if I want to see more options that are available, or I can just click make it a Zoom meeting. What this does is it creates appointment slots on my calendar. I know that they're appointment slots because of this icon right next to the title Coaching Time. And these go from 10 to 1 p.m. If I click on the event, I can also see the Zoom meeting. As the owner of this calendar, when I'm going to meet with people during these coaching times, I'm just going to click on the Zoom meeting link, and then the participants are going to join at their designated time. It's really important that you turn on a waiting room for this meeting so that if you're meeting with one person, another person doesn't join a little bit early and interrupt that meeting. So, having a waiting room is a really great feature to kind of control the flow of your appointment slots. Once I've created an appointment slot, I'm going to actually create a couple more. So, I'm going to edit this one and I'm going to change this from 30-minute slots does not repeat to custom. So I want this to repeat on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I want it to repeat every week. Under ends, it's really important that you set an end date so that this doesn't continue for the life of your Google Calendar. So I want this to end on December 18th, and then I'm going to click done. After that, I'm going to click save, and I can now see that I have coaching time on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for the next few months until December 18th. Once you've created your appointment slots, you can then share your appointment calendar. If I click on the event, I can see this link, go to appointment page for this calendar. I'm going to click on that link, and this is where I can actually see the appointment slots that are available for this calendar. It looks a little bit crazy because it's actually showing me is the appointment calendar next to my personal calendar. So if you can see, these boxes are the times that I can book, the different appointment times. But then what I can see on the right is where those times conflict with my work calendar. I'm going to show you what this looks like if I were to share it with someone else. So, if I want other people to be able to book time on my appointment calendar, I'm going to copy the URL, and this is the URL that I would then share with them. So, if this student opened up this URL, This is what they would see. So they're looking at the same appointment calendar, but they don't have any events on their Google Calendar. So let's say this student booked this time at 10 a.m. They can click on it, and then in the what, it would change. It would say coaching time, and then it would have their name in parentheses. So it would be their actual name if it was an actual student. And then it has the Zoom link and it has a description. The student could add some more details to this description, and then they can click save. What this actually does is it will remove that slot from the appointment calendar. It will add an event to their Google Calendar and it will notify me on my Google Calendar. So if I look at the student's Google Calendar, here is that appointment that they booked. And if they click on it, they can see who is in that appointment and then they have direct access to the Zoom link. I can also see the note that they added to the description. If I leave Student 02's calendar and I go back to my Google Calendar as the owner of this appointment calendar, I can look on Thursday at 10 a.m. and I see that appointment block, and there's an overlaid event right here. If I click on it, I can see that Student 02 has reserved this time from 10 to 10:30. They have access to the Zoom meeting, and so now I know that this appointment was booked. I still have availability because there's no other overlaid events on top of this calendar. As appointments are being booked, you will see that they will all contain the same Zoom link for that day. So the Zoom link in Student 02's event matches the Zoom link that's in that appointment chunk. If someone cancels their meeting, this will also show on your calendar. So if student 02 decides they can no longer attend this event, they can click the delete button on their calendar. They can send me a notification or not send me a notification. And then if I go back to my calendar, I can see that that event becomes white. And if I click on it, I can see that student 02 deleted this event. This will now open up that event again for anyone that has access to the link to my appointment calendar. If I go back to my appointment calendar by clicking on that block event and I click on go to appointment page for this calendar, this is the link that I want to share with people to book appointments with me. One really cool thing about this is that we can actually embed this link in Canvas. So I'm going to copy this URL. And then I'm going to open up Canvas and go to modules. So I'm inside one of my courses and I'm in modules. I'm going to add my appointment calendar to my resources for families and students module. So I'm going to click the plus button to the right of the title of the module. And instead of adding an assignment, I'm going to click this drop down menu and I want to add an external URL. In the URL box, I'm going to use Control V to paste the link to my appointment calendar. And then I'm going to title this Miss Velasquez's appointment calendar. And then I'm going to click Add Item. I want to make sure that this is published. And when students open up this link, what they will see is they will see my coaching calendar embedded in this page. Again, it looks a little bit crazy because my actual work calendar is layered with my coaching calendar. But if we look at this from a student perspective, when the student clicks on Miss Velasquez's appointment calendar in the module, they will see the appointment calendar alongside of their calendar. In the upper right corner, they'll see their email address right here, and then they will see any events that they currently have on their calendar. This is an awesome tool to be able to book appointment times or office hours with students or with your colleagues. But it's just really important that whoever you're sharing this calendar link with, that they are also familiar with Google Calendar and know how to access it and see those events. This has been an overview of how to create a Google Calendar that has appointment events within it. If you have any questions, please reach out to your tech coach and we'd be happy to help.